You're listening to DJ Is on Radio Afro.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking in there with us. You're listening to me, DJ Is. As I mentioned, you know, we love our exclusives right here on Radio Afro Australia. We don't just like to talk to the artists or the promoters. We like to talk to the people behind the music, you know. Nothing but exclusives right here on Radio Afro Australia. We've been playing music from these guys since day one, and we've been going for quite a while. But it's truly a privilege and an honor to be able to roll out the red carpet. Welcome none other than Zay, one half of the formidable Afro Beats production duo Legendary Beatz to Radio Afro Australia. Zay, how you doing, bro?
Oh, blessings, bro. I'm great.
Thank you so much for giving us some time today. I know that you guys have a busy schedule.
I know, but it's all fun still, you know. I appreciate the love all the way from Australia. That's amazing.
Okay. Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay. So Zay, tell us, because obviously we're trying to work out where you are and what you're up to. Like, where are you in the world and what are you up to today?
Right now I'm in London, and I'm working on my EP. And my brother, as you know, the second half of Legendary Beatz is out in LA with Wizkid.
Okay.
Working on Wizkid's EP as well, so it's just good to be two. It's good that there's two of us, really.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say most people would pray for a clone, but at least you guys are brothers, like on the same tip.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us, Zay, is it a busy time of year right now for you guys, or are things winding down, ready for end of year and Christmas?
I mean, this is the busiest time just because we have the Starboy album EP that's about to drop, which is a compilation of songs curated by Wizkid for the African market, really. And he has his own EP as well on the way, as well as we have our EP. So it's just really busy. And I think we're all planning to go back to Nigeria for Christmas holidays and shows and all that. So
okay.
Busy times.
It sounds hectic. It sounds like a producer's dream, but at the same time, it sounds like there's not much holiday time at the moment.
Yeah, but one thing I tell people is it's just because, I mean, it sounds hectic, but I'd rather be doing this every day and getting paid, because I still don't believe I'm doing what I love very much and getting paid for it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's an amazing feeling and a blessing to be able to do this.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So tell us, Zay, a little bit, if you can, about how, like, we want to get a clear idea of the journey, and we want to find out, like, where you guys started from, how you got to where you are today. Can you tell us about you two growing up, in your family? Was there a lot of musical influence in your family?
It's weird. I don't think we have anyone that's musical, really.
Okay.
In the family, which I find weird. Maybe my great-grandparents or something. But while we were little, I always had like an interest in music. I would always sit down and just watch the TV, and I used to watch people like Angelique Kidjo, and then Madonna, just weird people, and just very weird people on TV, and I just used to be fascinated with music.
Okay.
And I think that just kept going all the way to high school when I started drumming in the church, and you know, it was just pretty much love at first sight with music, but I never really knew where it was going. I didn't really know. One weird fact is I was in music class and I hated music class.
Oh no.
You know, so I never really knew it was going to be music, you know, but I just knew there was something there in it for me.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure if it was, you know, and then it got to a stage in university where I saw a friend of mine using Fruity Loops, which is the production software, and I was amazed, like, oh, you can really do that, you know, like, you know, put music together from just an app or software. something that really like was very like, you know, informed my thinking, and I started to play around with it, and that was it. You know, I went back home for the holidays, and my brother as well saw this Future Loops and was like, man, this is, you know, this is the future, isn't it?
Wow.
And we never looked back from there. We just kept going back and forth, you know, just trying, messing around, you know, we're making beats off people like Timberland, Street Beats. We just kept trying to remake their beats and see what it would sound like. And we got to a stage we started to try to fuse hip-hop with, you know, Afro beats, you know. Then it got to a stage where my friends started to say, you know, you should start going to the musicians and, you know, try to sell these things because they're sounding good.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys have something going on for you. And yeah, we started to try to market these beats to people. And I started working, I don't know if you know Mo Cheddar.
Yeah.
I started to do work with Mo Cheddar. And people started to hear like, oh, there's these new boys that have this sound that's quite interesting. And so, you know, word got around. And that was the time when Wizkid just started to get big as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brymo, and another Nigerian artist, jumped on one of our beats, and it's called Ara. And Ara became like a big hit. And so Wiz kept like trying to get to us, like, oh, who's these boys that have this, you know, weird sound and everything. And at the same time, we were trying to get to Wiz.
Okay.
But we never could like really find each other on the first album. And just shortly after his first album, I think we met in a club, and he was like, yo, I'm searching for you guys for time.
Whoa.
Like, what you guys saying, you know? And that was how we started to vibe. I think that same day we created 3 songs, and we just knew, you know, this was going to be a relationship that was going to last a long time.
Okay. Wow. It's an incredible story. It's almost like movie-like for producers that are out there.
Like, I feel like I'm babbling too much, you know. But we have this in-house joke with Wiz, and we say like, at some point, you know, because now we're not really looking at what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We're just focusing on trying to get to what we want to get to. But at some point, we're going to have to do a movie or something, because it's really, it's too much for me to say in one interview, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear that. It's definitely like, I mean, recently I read the Timberland book, like his story and stuff, and you know, the producers are often left to be in the back room making the tracks, and the artists are out there, you know, in the limelight. But producers such as you guys, you've got a story to tell.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I have to also give credit to God as well, because I'm a very spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was trying to decide what I wanted to do in life, really, I was at the crossroads. I was doing my dad is very academic, like, oh, go to school, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out here in England, finished uni, and I did my master's as well in business. And at that point in time, I was like, do I do music, or do I just, you know, go for like a 9 to 5, you know? And I actually prayed about it. And 2 days later, I got a call from Wiz saying like, yo, now I know we've been doing the music thing and everything, but now I want to start a record label called Starboy. Are you down? Like, you know, we're like family. Do you want to be part of this movement?
Wow.
I just said to myself, that's my answer.
Yeah. That's definitely. If you needed a sign, that was a sign.
That was a sign.
Yeah. That's incredible, Zay. So tell us, was it how was it the first time, you know, you guys were just starting out? I mean, how long was the time between you guys starting to look at making your own beats before an artist like Mo Cheddar, you know, jumped on one of them?
I think it took about a year of just messing around with ideas from the time we got Future Loops, because now it's been 6 years now, if it's not 7, since we started this music journey. Well, I think it took us about a year for people to start going from, oh my God, you're making noise in this room, to, oh, it actually sounds nice.
Yeah.
and then that was the period when we started to, pretty much give free beats out in uni to people that were singing out there, and they were doing like mini shows in uni, and we just knew it was time to start selling to people in the radio. I would also give a lot of credit to Don Jazzy, because that was the period when he came back.
Okay.
And he started to, do the more thing. And I felt like this was like the new look for Nigeria. You get me? Like, wow, producers out here coming back to Nigeria doing this thing. I think there's a room for me as well out here, because this is what I've been waiting for, like the new sound coming out from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think
that gave me a bit more courage.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been over the last like 4, 5, 6 years a renaissance period for producers and artists coming out of Nigeria, especially with the just Afro beats and Afro sound taking over the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys all friendly with each other? Is it or is it a very ego driven industry still?
No, it's all love still, One thing I do know is, no matter what situation it may be, because we're all human beings, and there's so many factors that affect our lives and stuff, so we all do have a certain respect for each other. Sometimes you might not be able to really vibe. I think it's worse for artists, because artists have that competitiveness thing going on, but with producers, we have this nod. You see another producer, you might not really know it, but he produced, and you have that nod, like, yeah, good, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's all love, really. It's all love.
Ah, that's good. That's good. I think
but a good thing about it is, I don't know if you know SARS.
Yes.
Yeah, SARS. We grew up together.
Oh wow.
We used to, Yeah, so there's a small community as well going on there. I always knew SARS. Every time SARS would get paid, because he was in the game before us, and every time he would get paid, he would just say, let's go to the cinema, let's go watch a movie,
Oh wow.
So it was just a fun thing.
Yeah.
Then we used to do, most of the beats then were free, so whenever we get paid, we just used to go, oh my God, I got paid SARS. Let's go to the movies, So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Nah, it's good to hear that. It's all love, it's all family. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I think that is
think that we're all in it.
Yeah, it's important for a united front in order for the music to move on. It's made great gains across the world, but I think there's a lot of the world that's still waking up to it, and there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, it is.
So Zay, tell us is there such a thing as an average week for you guys at the moment, or are you just traveling all over the world, just making beats and getting inspired?
No, believe me, there are a lot of boring days. There's Netflix days. You have to really be give yourself space if you want to remain creative, to think and just breathe. So there's a lot of times where I just, I'm out watching a series for a whole maybe 2 weeks or something, and just thinking about music, just so that I can have fresh ears going back.
Yeah.
But there are times, maybe this Christmas period, when the schedule is tight. Just have to come through, no matter how you feel, or wherever the case might be.
Yeah. So what would you do usually for your downtime? Do you literally just try and avoid music altogether, so that when you get back in the studio, you're fresh?
I just don't want to listen. And I think it really pisses off friends and family.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to play me this new music. Okay. Have you heard this new song? I'm like, listen, I don't want to hear music.
Yeah.
It's my job. Do you get me? I really don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And they find it weird, or they put on MTV, and I'm like, oh my God. My downtime is movies.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, I think I find a lot of movie soundtracks interesting as well.
Okay.
Sounds from them. So yeah, that's a good one as well for me.
Okay. And do you think that's something that you would like to experiment with down the track? Movie soundtracks?
Yeah. I almost scored a movie for some guys out in Nigeria that like the Nigerian movie scene is growing as well, and there's people coming out from London trying to do like new ideas and stuff.
Okay.
And I almost scored a movie, but then I had a crazy schedule, so I didn't have the chance to. But that's definitely something I'd love to do at some point.
Yeah. No, that would definitely be interesting to hear. Any particular movies that you like to watch?
Yeah. I binge on horror movies and crime drama.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work it out. So when you do listen to music, is there anything that's like your go-to track? Like I've heard a lot of producers will have the one track that they listen to when they're like finally mixing down a track and they just want to hear like a parallel. How does that sound like compared to that? Do you have like a track that you, in your opinion, is like one of the greatest produced tracks of all time?
To be honest with you, I really don't have one particular track. But what I do have is reference tracks.
Okay.
Because of the way I grew up producing, like I said, I used to always produce I used to recreate Timberland songs,
Okay.
songs, find the things and find what, the sound design behind these hits. So nowadays when I'm creating anything new, it's almost like a fusion of 2 or 3 different sounds. So I know the songs that sound similar to it. So for that particular track, I would mix or whatever based on what that reference track is.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And
if you ask me about my favorite producer, I'm sorry.
You can't pick.
I would always go with Timberland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above everybody else?
Above everybody else.
Okay. So it's a question we sometimes like to ask our guests is if you could choose any 5 artists, producers, dead or alive, to make like your dream project, like your dream EP, just hit up the studio and like spend a weekend making tracks, like who would you choose?
Wow. Number 1, Rihanna.
Okay.
No question about it. Rihanna's definitely number 1.
Okay.
I would love to work with Adele as well.
Oh, wow.
Only because I would love to hear what she would sound like an original Afrobeat song.
Yeah, that'd be incredible.
It would sound more like, like an Andrea or something. She would sound amazing with that. I'd love Ed Sheeran as well because he's very versatile.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran's amazing as well. I think I would always go with Kanye West as well.
Yeah.
Because his left as well is very, and I think he's very open as well to different sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
I would mess around with John Legend as well, I guess.
What was that? Sorry, just faded out.
John Legend.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, he has a very powerful voice. So, yeah, definitely. Those are the... I think also I'd love to mess around with the South African artists as well. They're really very unique. And, Angelique Kidjo.
Yeah.
So, she's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah. So, yeah. Those are the artists. But for the producer, I would always want to be with Timberland.
Yeah.
I feel like he always gave me that shock factor when I listened to his beats back in the day.
Yep.
He always just gave me that, beatboxing, switching beats up, some tracks longer than the other.
Yeah.
Songs in one. It was just amazing for me. And Pharrell as well, amazing. I would try Diplo because it's a bit more current now, and because he's experimental as well.
Yeah.
So definitely Diplo. And Stars, he's my very good friend. You know,
Okay, from day one, yeah.
From day one.
No, I think that's probably one of the best dancers we've had collectively for the artists and producers. Like, it would definitely be like an eclectic project.
Yeah, that was mad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good vibes too.
Yeah. Zay, tell us, for you guys with your name, Legendary Beatz, was that like the first collective name you came up with, or were there many more and then you finally decided, nah, that's the name?
No, I used to have this weird explanation for it, but basically the long and short of it, because I don't want to start babbling. I'm a babbler. Talk too much.
So good, so good.
That's why it's good when I'm producing, because I'm just quiet. But the long and short of it is, basically, I just feel music has been here before us, and we met music as human beings. We learned how to clap our hands, we learned how to sing, and so music has been there. And all these genres of music, they're all like linked in one way, form, or the other. You get to see how jazz is linked to hip hop, jazz is linked to Afrobeat, rock is linked to this, and soul music is linked to R&B, blah blah blah. Church, it's all like together. So I said, like, I want to create a company or a production company that's not just all about African music, but experiment to the full length of what music is. And music in itself is legendary. Like, no one understands, or no one knows. Google how music started. No one really knows the history of music.
Yeah.
Really. So I just wanted, like, my sound to just be like legendary. That can have no boundaries, no restrictions to what it is. Take the risk, just go for it.
Okay, so that I can see where you're coming from now. It's definitely a name that encompasses everything for you guys.
Yeah.
So Zay, tell us, is it different? People often wonder with producers that will work with different artists. Is there a different approach to working with certain artists compared to others? Like, say you're about to do a single for one artist, and then also working for beats for another, for like a different artist in maybe a different genre. Do you approach the projects in different ways, or is it always a set way for you guys?
No, there's so many ways, because every artist is different. Some artists start from scratch. So it's just that come in the studio vibe because you just start something from scratch. But some artists really like for us to just like send them ideas, because they really like our ideas. Most artists like to just sit down and have a listening session to like our beat bank and just vibe out and just hear things that like inform their thinking and just give them ideas and all that. So
yeah,
it's just a different for different people.
Okay.
Ways like to sit down and just listen, and then something just works for him. Like, okay, load that up, let's try something. The weird thing is the one and only time that we decided to do something from the scratch with you was a Dear Liza.
Sorry, what was that?
The one and only time that we decided to create it from the scratch.
Yeah.
With Wizkid was a Dear Liza.
Oh wow.
That became the biggest song.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So that's it's definitely refreshing, especially being like a break from your usual routine, and suddenly that's the biggest track you guys have ever made.
That's why you can almost feel like, because we had our like sound going on and everything, but we were doing it, but it was just like, you know what, this album is almost ready, which is this IO album, and we need something just very unique. And we was like, do you mind us just starting from the scratch, from scratch? And we were like, okay, so we just started messing around with the shaker and the drum, and he just started to freestyle, and we just started to build it up from there. And that was it, man. Just amazing day.
So tell us,
I'll
like,
tell you something as well.
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, but you realize like was like recorded. I think with freestyle for almost an hour of just melody. That's how magical that session was. And we just picked the parts where we just would work. But it was we knew we had something, but we never knew how big it would be, but we just knew we had something to do.
yeah. So the track was literally, it wasn't like you guys made the track and then you thought this is ideal for Wiz. You literally made it with him there.
No, we just made it again there.
Wow.
And, we have a lot of friends in the we all just vibing.
Yeah.
People were there clapping hands, you know, because he was just freestyling. Some people were clapping their hands. It just sounded so African, you know. So we just started to take the vibe in the room.
Yeah.
And we just started to take the vibe in the room. Like, oh, this thing that he's singing is family, so, you know. And it was just thinking God for life, and it became a real, like, African kind of thing where we do in the church as well. It's just like singing, people are clapping.
Yeah.
And that vibe is magical.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the first time I heard the track, I think it was like so refreshing to be able to hear Wiz on something a little bit different. I think the industry, the sounds had started to stagnate in a way, and there wasn't really anything so much breaking away, being a bit more creative. And then when that track came out, you can tell by the caliber of the artist that jumped on the remix. It definitely, you know, people's ears pricked up when they heard that track.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you feel? How did you feel? Obviously, like, you knew that this was like a huge project when you guys had made it, but how did it feel when you heard that, you know, Drake was about to get on it, Skepta was about to get on it?
Man, it was just, you know, it was just amazing because we spoke about the album, and I remember when we were done with the album, it was with Malik Berry, I, and Star, and we were just in a room and we were just talking, and we kept saying, boys, believe me, like, this album is going to get it to the world. You get me? Like, that's all making it, like, calling it iron, just this is Africa to the world.
Yeah.
And that's why we started using that slogan, because, yeah, he spoke about it, but, you know, we all sort of believed it. But you know when you believe something and you're like, let's see it.
Yeah.
It was just an amazing feeling when people all around the world, I think for like 2 days I didn't really talk. But when I heard like when Drake sang the vocals, I couldn't say anything else.
Yeah.
It was just an amazing, you know, I was just, you know, shocked really.
Yeah.
It's really happening, and are we really going to the world with this sound?
No, I mean, so what was that? What was that like? I mean, you get often like a remix, or guys, like, especially like in hip hop, they'll record their own vocals over like the track you've already produced. But it sounds like you received Drake's vocals and then remixed the track. Was that right?
Yeah. What happened was Drake loved the track, and he didn't even tell us. He just loved it.
Yeah.
And so he did his version, and he asked us, like, "Do you like it?" So it was a surprise. You get me? We were in London.
Yep.
And so Drake must have like told Skepta that he really loves the song, that he wants to jump on it, and blah, blah, blah. So he said he's going to record vocals, and if the guys like it, that's good. So he just came and surprised us. He was like, listen, yo, Drake loves this jam, and he jumped on it. And we're like, huh? And he played it to us. And we were like, of course we love it. What?
Yeah.
You know, and then we spoke, and then he contacted us, and we spoke, and it was just, you know, just amazing. We were shocked.
Yeah. No,
and that's the good thing. Like we always said we was always of the opinion that he didn't want us to ever pay any artist, you know, to do features, because there was this trend going on in Nigeria where like people were paying artists for features, international artists, anything.
Yeah.
Basic Africa is like the hub of, you know, music and all that. They want a common view, you know, and that was for us like we're doing something back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when you can see the worth of something when other people find it valuable rather than you having to sell it to them. So I think that's awesome. I mean, the minute that it's definitely been, you know, it's probably like, you know, in modern times, it's the biggest African track, and not just an African track, but for people, it's like the first time they heard anything to do with African music. So it's such a crossover track for all different genres.
Yeah.
How
amazing.
Sorry, go on.
So I said it's amazing.
Yeah. When after you had finished that project and then the aftermath of the likes of, you know, the caliber of Drake, Skepta jumping on it, did you guys feel more pressure to, you know, for your next project to be like a parallel, if not better, or did you guys just quite easily just assimilate back into normal time in the studio?
I mean, it was, I would tell you, you know when you say you have a good problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand, yeah.
We had a good problem.
Yeah.
It was everyone, like every record label called us, every A&R called us, everyone wanted to, like, you know what this new sound was.
Yeah.
So it was that period where, like, we felt like, listen, we can't drop anything crazy like after this, you know, we need to up our game. But the question is how to do it, because the Leg was like so big and we don't want it to overshadow us, you know, just like, oh yeah, Leg, and that's it. And so it became a big problem. But like I said, it's always been about the love and experimenting, and we won't be Legendary Beatz, always won't be Wizkid. We're not of that, you know, idea of just to keep experimenting with sounds. And so we decided to just keep going, you know. So we tried a Babala as well, which was a slow, and we just found the theme with the Mojele, but a slow kind of like vibe that just, I think we felt that people around the world were like in love with that sound, and we tried Babala as well, and I think Babala did quite well as well.
Yeah.
And I think the industry in general has gone very slow and mid-tempo as well. I think the Ojole Babala sort of like doing the African sound, and you can hear people like Mr. Easy and everyone else coming with this slow, you know. So I would say like, yeah, it's really influenced Afrobeat in general. We just keep taking risks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely, I think you guys are visionaries in your field in the way that you don't necessarily look to the left or the right. You're getting inspired and just turning out, you know, the sounds that you hear.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, as you said before, Leg, but it's definitely been a dawn for, you know, a slowed down feel to African music. I think before that everything was like, it was the whole Azonto hype and stuff, and everything was getting, the BPMs were going up. But I think it takes a lot of guts to be able to turn around and say, let's just slow it down and let's just make something a little bit different.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Zay, you mentioned before about your you've got an EP coming up.
Yeah, we do have an EP in the way.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
This is going to be our first ever body of work as Legendary Beatz.
Okay.
Every other thing before this has been production for everyone else. So it's very, like, you know, very experimental.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit too experimental, anyways, because this is our now we have creative control, if I'm permitted to use that word. So we're going to be a bit more experimental, because I think for me the goal is always to see how far we can push Afrobeat fusion to the world. So it's a fusion of Afrobeat and EDM, Afrobeat and house music, Afrobeat and pop music, you know, and that's what the EP really is about. yeah, that's what I'm working on right now at the moment.
Okay. You said before about having a good problem. Are you guys facing a good problem with having to, maybe having more tracks than you need, or you definitely have like a clear plan and you're making, exactly the right amount of tracks, or are you going to have to throw a few away?
I think this is one of the biggest problems I've had, because this is me defining my sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the EP is going to be about maybe 5 or 6 tracks.
Okay.
However, we have close to 40 songs.
Whoa.
So the selection process is really where that's where we are right now.
Yeah,
I just got back from the studio yesterday. I got back from the studio about 3 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
I just had to try to sleep because of your call, but even when I'm sleeping, I'm still thinking. Yesterday, I was in the studio with Tiny, because we're working on Tiny Temper's project as well. So
oh, wow.
Having a listen.
Okay.
And he was having a listen, and there's definitely some songs that just keep sticking out, because when anyone hears them, they're like, oh, yeah, that's what that.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many tracks with as well. So, this is the biggest problem I've had. But at the same time, I really don't always look at it as a fearful thing. I just think I drop my music and let the fans decide.
Yeah, yeah.
And so far, I don't think I've really done wrong. So I'm not confident.
Yeah, definitely. I think, would you say that the more and more success you guys have, the more confident you feel within your own creativity?
Yeah, I've begun to believe in myself a bit more, because self-doubt is one of the most destroying things in the world.
Okay.
Self-doubt and fear. When you're very fearful, it blinds you. When you doubt yourself, it limits you.
Mm-hmm.
And fear should be a learning curve. Like, if you do something and it doesn't work, you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
You just learn your lesson. So, and thus far, I've had bad runs in the past and anything, but one good thing could change your life. Look what Ojelego has done. So if I stopped when things went bad, what would we say about, how would I have gotten to this stage? And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps us going.
Yeah.
It's just not being afraid to fail and hoping, believing in myself, and not doubting myself. Really.
Okay.
I'm just so happy that I have such a victory like Odrea about to keep reminding me to push forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing. That's the pivotal thing, is having that as something to keep, not necessarily have that be the be all and end all, but because that in the end that would kill off your creativity. But I think it sounds like you guys are you're rightly proud of that, but you're still running ahead onto whatever's next. Yeah,
Odrea was not a means to an end or whatever. It's just one of those. It's like a milestone.
Yeah.
It's like I've carved myself in the history books and I've done something proud for Africa, but there's still more to do.
Yeah.
I want to be the first Afrobeat producer to get a #1 pop track.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to be the first African to, it's Africa to the world. That's this plan, The idea is to take Africa to the world.
Yeah.
And let people see the beauty of Africa, because everyone has weird perspectives of Africa. Some people think like Africa's a country. Some people think it's, and it's amazing when music can make people to start thinking, oh, so there's a country called Nigeria. There's a country called Wizkid from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So where is Nigeria? Nigeria's in Africa. Oh, Africa's not a country. So we just people doing our thing with music or being ambassadors to Africa.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Nigeria, but we just have to keep pushing.
Yeah.
And
I think it's like I'm really it's amazing to hear that you're building more than just music. Like you're creating like a legacy. I think you can hear that, and you can sense that stems all the way back, from Fela, with music being a weapon.
Yeah. And you have to be very careful with music because, like you said, it's a weapon.
Mm.
It could protect you and it could hurt you.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where we've decided to use music to extend or inform people about what Africa is, and it's almost as well letting the youth in Nigeria and in all other African countries, it gives them an alternative. Don't go fighting, Don't follow, don't fight for the oil and all that.
Yeah.
There's music. You can be your own boss. You don't need to go robbing people.
Yeah, true.
You can be the next Wizkid. You can be the next Legendury Beatz. If you put your mind to it, and you can go to the world. So now there's a shift of thinking from, wow, there's nothing else to do. Let's go rob the rich people. To, let's try music. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Nah, that's a strong message.
Well.
Nah, that's strong. Zay, what would be your advice, maybe for if you were talking back to yourself, maybe 15, 10 years ago, any like young producers out there or artists that are they're like toiling away at their craft, but it's the usual like do I keep going or do I just stop and get a 9 to 5 like you said?
Yeah, the single most important thing is, are you doing it for the money or for the love?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was doing it for the love of it. I never thought I could make money off music, and that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
If I knew I would have made money off it, I wouldn't have gone ahead to do my university, do the master's degree, and blah, blah, blah. I always doubted I was going to make money from it.
Okay.
I loved it, so I used to spend hours. So I would tell my 15 years ago self or the young producer, do it for the love of it.
Mm-hmm.
Spend hours upon hours perfecting your craft. And one day, you will make money off it. But if you're not doing it for the money, if you're doing it to make the money, once you see your first string of cash, then you just go crazy. You're like, yeah, this is good money in there, and you lose focus.
Yeah.
One thing people say, especially in Nigeria, is our name became bigger than us, Legendary Beatz, because at first people didn't really know who we were. They just knew the name Legendary Beatz. And this is because as we were getting bigger and blowing up, we would be like, yo, Zay, let's go to the club, let's go turn up.
Yeah.
We just got a number one, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, let me just keep working on the new sound. And he comes back from the club and he wants to go to bed, and he was hearing something coming from the studio. He's like, oh my God, and he can't sleep, and then we record something good again.
Yeah.
So another thing I'll tell the young producers is you're only as good as the next hit.
Okay.
Once you can't bring the next hit, then you're no longer the favorite of the people, and that's why I say you need to keep toiling, keep making sure. I mean, you call it's like Floyd Mayweather. You get me?
Yeah.
You can see Timberland kept coming back and back and back with his. Fire kept coming. Floyd Mayweather kept winning titles. So you look at Wizkid legacy, he kept going, then that pinnacle is a Johannesburg, and everyone is like, yeah, we can't do anything better, and then there's one down. You get me? It's like winning a boxing match.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, people start to doubt Wiz again, and then you see he's going to number one by himself. So that's the young producers out there, just keep doing your thing, love it for the love of it, and then the money would come.
Yeah.
Once you love it. And remember, you're only as good as your last hit. So you need to keep working for the next hit.
Yeah. That's strong advice. Thank you so much, Zay. There's so much more that we'd love to talk about, but we run out of time for the show. But if it's cool with you, maybe we'll catch up again soon. Would that be alright?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll be glad to.
Okay, thank you so much, Zay, for giving us some of your time.
More than and thank you so much for spreading the music out there. You know, you guys are amazing. You guys are wonderful. You know.
Okay.
Part of the reason why we do music is because people like you are spreading the beauty of Africa to the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, nah, it's a privilege. Thanks for making the awesome music.
Yeah, wonderful, bro.
Okay. All right, bro. We'll catch up soon. Thanks heaps.
Yeah, have a nice one, yeah?
All right, you too. See ya. Okay, very, very special thank you to Zay for giving us his time. Part of Legendary Beatz, formidable Afro Beats production duo, taking the world by storm. We're going to close out with their biggest track to date. But yeah, keep it locked on. 107.9 top station on your dial radio, fremantle.com. We're about to hand over to Jeff and Ian for 2 hours of the finest in country music, creative country. Don't forget, if you missed any of tonight's show, you can catch up with the podcast, tiny.cc/Radio Afro. So that's the mixcloud.com/Radio Afro. And keep up with us throughout the week on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Did I forget anything? No, it's all Radio Afro. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Radio Afro. And if you want to send us any music, info at myradioafro.com. My name's DJ Iz.
My people dead, yeah. My people suffer. Them they pray for blessing. Hey, my people dead, yeah. Them they pray for blessing, for better living. I am feeling good tonight. This thing got me thanking God for life. I can't explain. I can't explain.
Are you feeling good tonight? This thing got me thanking God for life. I just can't explain. I can't explain, no. Yeah. Look, it's gonna be a long time before we stop. Boy, they better know who made the scene pop. All I ever needed was a chance to get the team hot. Only thing I fear is a headshot or a screenshot. Pre-me, them a pre-me. You know they only call me when they need me. I never go anywhere, they never see me. I'm the type to take it easy. I took girls in the very first text I sent. I don't beg no lovers, I don't beg no friends. If you wanna link, we can link right now. Skepta, Wiz and Drake, it's a ting right now. Are you feeling good tonight?
This thing got me thanking God for life. I can't explain. I can't explain.
When I was in school, being African was a diss. Sounds like you need help saying my surname, miss. Try to communicate, but every day is like another episode of Everybody Hates Chris. Ever since mum said, son, you are a king, I feel like Floyd when I'm stepping into the ring. Just spoke to the boy, said he's flying in with a ting. We're touching the road to celebrate another win. We're going in. Why am I repping these ends, man? I don't know. The government played roulette with my postcode. All I know is it's where my people, them are suffering. I've seen it before, narrate the story as it unfolds. Dad certified the settings and my mum knows. My mind full of more bullets than your gun holds. Now I got the paintings in the front row, saying Skepta, come home, baby, come home. Yeah, I love the sun, but I respect the rain. Look forward to good times, can't forget the pain. I was the kid in school with the 10-pound shoes, white socks, jacked ups and the pepper grains. Said they're gonna respect me for my ambition. Rest in peace, my niggas that are missing. I had to tell my story cause they'd rather show you black kids with flies on their faces on the television.
I am feeling good tonight. This thing got me thanking God for life. Oh, I can't explain. thanking